episode of Apex Flopper. I hope you can hear me because it's a little bit of a wind here. So we have been battered by storms for the last 2 weeks, so there hasn't been much spearfishing, and the video took a little bit longer. The video that you're about to see is actually sessions that happened about 2 weeks ago, and just been busy with renovations since then, so not a hell of a lot has happened in the way of spearfishing. But now the weather has seemed to have calmed down. But yep, winter is here, everything slows down, life on the island just comes to a halt. But I want to thank everyone for the subscriptions, the likes, all the comments, all the views of the last video, and I hope you enjoy this video. Ciao.
It was absolutely pissing down with rain while we were getting changed, and sunny by the time we got in the water. This is very usual weather patterns for the Azores. You could be hiding from the rain 1 minute and tanning on the beach the next. Once again, I'm back at my favorite spot, swimming out. Got a little shallow swim out. I use this time to normally just adjust, check my gear, have a look around and just see what type of fish there are, if it's fishy or if it's not fishy, maybe even look out for some big species that sometimes hang around in the shallows. After a while of swimming, I'm not seeing too much, which is starting to worry me. Normally there's quite a lot of fish swimming around you and a lot of activity, but there's absolutely no activity in the water at the moment. I dived down just to get a better visual, and whilst I'm down admiring the beautiful blue water, I actually spot a tahinia. I track it, chase it a little bit, and manage to shoot it. Awesome! I always gut and bleed the fish in the water. Not only does this make the fish taste better, but also saves a lot of hassle. You know, once you finished with your dive swimming 3 to 4 hours, last thing you want to do is come out and then clean the fish. Anyway, I reload and I move on. Little did I know that just a couple meters away I was going to get another opportunity at another amazing shot. Just as the wave hits me and the white water starts to clear, I spotted what I first thought were sharks, and I realized they're Anchovas, 3 Anchovas coming towards me. I tracked them, I was tracking them left, and as I was about to pull the trigger, they spun and turned, and it was too fast to move the gun to track them right, and they disappeared. I swam like a possessed madman after them, but they were too quick, because sometimes they do come to a stop. They freak out and they turn sideways and you can get another shot, but these guys disappeared. The camera might not show it, but these guys were huge. These guys were all a meter plus, hence why I actually thought they were sharks at first. So now the session gets interesting, because once you get an opportunity like this, It's all you want to target now. Other fish are small and meaningless. Now I've got Anchovas fever. Ended up swimming around for about an hour and saw absolutely nothing, so we decided to go check out another spot. We have arrived at our new spot. It's about 2 kilometers away from the spot that we've just been diving. This is actually the spot where I learned to spearfish. Just going to fast forward the section a little bit because it does have a swim out through the shallows. I actually think I got tangled here, so I just quickly untangled myself. Just drop the gun for 2 seconds. Anyway, but you swim past the shallows, you get to a gully where you swing a left. Once you're through the gully, you just keep an eye out to your right, and there's a small little keyhole where once you enter the keyhole, it presents you with the great big ocean. Once I enter this area, you can normally again gauge on how fishy it is, what species you're going to be hunting. But unfortunately, once again, I just see nothing, absolutely nothing. Just beautiful clear water and features, but no fish. I swim around for a bit and just check out a couple of my hot spots. Spots where I've been successful previously. Dive down just to have a look, just to see if I can see anything, absolutely anything. I come to an area normally where I round the corner just to see what's around the corner. It's normally fish hiding behind there. And as I'm inspecting it, you can see how my gun glitches quickly at an angle. I thought I saw something in the corner of my eye, but I wasn't too sure. I thought I saw some movement. I thought I saw something shiny, but wasn't too certain. I decide to go with my gut and investigate further. This means now swimming into the shallows where there's whitewash and the water slightly churned up. Even though there's not much fish around, I have this incredible sense that something is here. So then I couldn't believe my freaking luck, man. Anchovas again. I'm not too sure if it's the same one, but I target it. I swim straight to them, target the one that gave me an opportunity, fired, and I actually hit it. I got it, but I never stoned it, and it goes absolutely freaking mental. Unbelievably, it actually shakes itself off the spear. The flopper obviously never engaged properly. As you can imagine, I'm obviously very bummed. A lot of colorful language, and the fish was injured quite badly, so I don't think it would have made it. So I gathered myself and decided to go search for the fish. Maybe it's hiding in a rock, or maybe it's dying somewhere, half swimming. Now, once again, just like the other session, while I'm searching for the fish, I couldn't believe that I had a second opportunity at Anchovas in 2 sessions, in the same morning. And basically, I'm just hunting the Anchovas now. I'm not looking for absolutely anything else. I spend the next hour or so searching the shores, the depth, around every rock. Absolutely nothing. I just literally could not find the fish. Eventually, I had to give up. However, it was a beautiful search. I mean, the conditions are amazing, the water clarity is insane. Not a lot of life around, but you know, sometimes you also just swim around and start appreciating what's around you and nature. You know, it happens, unfortunately. Don't like leaving injured fish in the sea. He was a big guy. I have no idea what happened to him, but so be it. Life moves on. So we actually ended up having 2 sessions that morning. Went home with no fish. It's super rare to go home with no fish, especially here in the Azores, but it happens. We did actually decide to take a 3rd session at the same place late in the evening. The weather has now clouded over, at least on our entry. And we enter the water, we swim back out again, the conditions are amazing, I start seeing lots of little fish again. And you know, I think what's really addictive about spearfishing is just the anticipation. You go into the water and you never know what you're going to get. You're always anticipating and searching. It becomes really addictive. I always think about spearfishing as, you know, worst case scenario, you went for a swim, you're doing something healthy, you're not laying around on the couch, and at the end of the day, you know, you'll swim around for 2 to 3 hours, which is extremely good training, and this is our 3rd session. And best case scenario, you exercise, you're healthy, and you go home with fish and supply the family with food. I spot in the shallows on my way out, I believe they're called Brazilian Salema. I take a shot at it and I freaking miss. swim around for a little bit, searching the usual places, seeing a couple of usual suspects, but they're a little bit too small. So I just swim around and come to the shallows, go to the deep, and just basically search. Finally, after a long search, I come across a fish that's a really good size. I shoot, I take it, and I get it. And it's a snowball effect because action causes action. So once you catch your first fish, it starts attracting feeders, you start attracting attention, and bigger fish start swimming in, checking out the scene. And the more fish you carry on, it just snowballs into hopefully a really good session. As soon as I got that fish aboard, I noticed now it starts getting more alive. Fish start coming out from everywhere, all curious, seeing what's going on. Yeah, now it's starting to turn on. I managed to take a shot at another decent fish and speared it, but it managed to get off as I near the surface. The fish kind of like is on its side and lands in an area that's pretty deep. It may not look like it on camera, but it's pretty deep, at least for me. So it's about 10 plus meters. So I go down to try retrieve it, and here you can see, I remember this so clearly, the effect of the weight belt. Once you go past a certain couple of meters, you start falling like a stone, and I actually hit the bottom hard and almost struggled to come back up. I'm gutting my fish, I decide to grab the gun just to give you guys an idea of the feeding frenzy around me. I randomly decided to swim out towards the horizon just to see if I encounter anything else. I got to waters so deep that I couldn't see the bottom, so I was actually just floating in the ocean without any visuals. And I came across a sort of a reef system, which is like a small underwater mountain, if you want to call it. It was pretty epic. This newly discovered reef was beautiful. It was really fishy, the water was crystal clear, it had beautiful features. It was around sunset, the sun decides to come out, and it just created an amazing light. I'm just going to let play through these scenes so you guys can get a feel. There I got to see my son Owen get a killer shot on a fish. And also I'd like to just point out that I know in some of my videos it looks like I aim my gun at my son, but unfortunately that's just GoPro perspective. Due to the wide angle and the way it sits on my gun, it may appear that I point my gun at my son, but I absolutely don't. We practice safe spearfishing. I decide to hang around as my son guts the fish just to see the feeding frenzy. It's incredible. I love seeing these feeding frenzies. Here in front of me you can see the top of the pinnacle, and all around me is just surrounded by deep ocean. Can't see the bottom. It's freaky, but it's beautiful. dive buddies were getting so comfortable with me that it felt like I could stroke them. Yeah, I did call this one like a cat. I went psst, 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 psst. I always love reviewing the footage from my gun down below, just bobbing around, hitting rocks, and always wonder when it will catch something awesome, like maybe a huge species that I missed, or hopefully one day not maybe see a shark that swam past and I was unaware of it. But anyway, I move on. My spear got jammed in the rock. I had to go down and free it. On our way in, I just had time for one more fish before my GoPro battery decided to die, and that was all the footage I could get. I will be investing in another GoPro that I'll carry around with me to capture footage after the spearfish, because we do a lot of cool things after the spearfishing session. We swim around in little ponds, we feed micro versions of the fish we hunt, and there's just so much cool things that happen after the spearfish, but I can never get it because my GoPro's dead.
For those of you who made it this far, legends, well done. A lot of time and effort goes into these videos. Between renovations I'm busy with, and obviously maintaining a construction company, so please like, share and subscribe. It would really help me. And for all you eagle-eyed people out there, while we were out in the pinnacle there, we did come across some commercial lines that have been discarded, and we actually did save some fish off the commercial lines. GoPro battery as usual died, so I missed out on that, but we are going to go back and free those lines. We're going to cut it and bring it in. It's literally hundreds of meters of lines with thousands of hooks on it. I've been waiting for an opportunity with the weather, like a gap in the weather, but it's been pretty hectic. Winter has kicked in, so where we spearfish, it's literally been 10 to 15 foot waves for about 2 weeks straight now, so it's crazy. As soon as I get a gap, we're going to go out there and I'm going to get that on film. We'll set those lines free. But thanks again for watching. Catch you next time. Ciao.